It was my final day in the upper Mississippi River Valley. Still felt weird to say, even stranger to have it be the truth in my life. A few months ago, I arrived on an airplane fresh off of losing my job as a warehouse manager. It was a going nowhere job that, honestly, I was far too comfortable to leave, and if it wouldn't have gone out of business, I know I'd still be doing the same thing. I guess in a lot of ways, I'm glad that there was something to force me out of there. That misfortune in my life turned out to be one of the best things for me. I guess it's kind of funny how life works sometimes. When I arrived in the area, it was full of farmers working their fields, raising their animals, selling their produce on the side of the roads. It was a farming town, and you'd know it just by looking around, but almost as soon as I arrived here, things started to change. The farm store where I met Justin at went up for sale. Almost immediately, so did every single farm. The corporation AgMax moved in, and as soon as that happened, so did all of the chaos for the local farmers. Now, the UMRV is left without an identity. It's just another small town that seems to lay in the shadows of the larger corporation that inhabited it. All in the name of corporate greed, and saving a few bucks, of course. So again, this is my last day in the UMRV, and also the last private farmer in the area.
Well, moving? Where are you moving to?
I'm going to go down south with my grandpa for now. He sold the farm up in McGregor, so I'm going to go down there, and then I guess I'm going to be getting a farm of my own. I'm just not really sure where, and I'm not really sure what we're going to be farming.
Well, it sounds exciting either way. I've never actually left UMRV. There'd be some times where I could, but then something would end up happening, or somebody would end up rescheduling, or... you know how it is, but I hope you have a good time for the both of us, because I really don't think I'm going to be leaving the UMRV anytime soon.
Yeah, well, not like you need to, right? I mean, the beer here is good, and now I guess the grocery prices are a little cheaper now, too.
Oh, yeah, that. Well, we do have AgMax. I guess the grocery store is probably the only thing that the residents are going to get from this area. All the farmers, however, they're all gone. You, case in point.
Yeah, I hung on to the end. At least my grandfather did. And I was ready to try to make it a go, but, this is a big corporation, and I don't have the money, I don't have the education, I don't have the hookups or anything like that. So, it would have been a losing battle. But it was one I was willing to try to go down with because it's my family's farm. And I really wanted to keep it in the family, but now... I don't even know what it's going to be, but it's going to be part of a big corporation, that's for sure.
Yeah, that is for sure, unfortunately. You and all the other farmers out there, I think UMRV is really going to go through a shift here. One that, even as old as I am, I think is going to be probably one that I've never seen in my life.
Well, I hope the area survives it, and I hope everybody gets along with each other and realizes that it's the corporation that's bringing all this about. But either way, hey, it was nice meeting you, man. I gotta get going, though. I gotta go deliver a bunch of stuff to the auction because I'm gonna be selling everything that I own basically today.
Really, man? Really? What do you got going down there?
I got a telehandler, a baler, a couple different things like that. A plow, and I'm not sure, but the tractor. That's going to be the tough one to sell.
Yeah, my neighbor was a farmer, and that was the tough one for him to sell, too. I guess it's just the identity of the farm is so wrapped up in what tractor you're using.
No, for some people, yeah. And, for me, yeah. But hey, man, it was nice meeting you. I got to get going, but hope you have a good day.
Best of luck, Herd. I sincerely mean that. Best of luck.
All right, well, can't believe that's the last time that I'm going to go to Kodiak. I got some to go, so I'll have at least a few more times to drink the beer. I know they're a regional beer, and my grandfather's not going to have the Kodiak beer option, so that one's sad, honestly. That one hurts, but either way, we've got some stuff to do today. So right now I am headed up to Justin, so I'm not able to drink. What I'm able to do is start the truck and drive up to Justin's. Now, what we're going to do is I have got to load the bales. Well, sort of. They want me to leave them down by the side of the road. He just wants me to collect them all from the pasture, and then we will be fine. And it's because the truck is not there right now. It's actually down at the auction house. They are going to grab some stuff today as well. So I am just instructed to leave it by the side of the road. So that's going to be a little bit easier. We've got the telehandler up here, and we are going to have to bring that down at some point here soon and bring it to the auction, because everything is getting sold today, and that alone is giving me a little bit of anxiety. I want it to go for a little bit, I mean, obviously I want it to go for as much as I can get it to go for, but I just want some money out of this. Honestly, that's really what I want. And that's because my grandfather says that we're starting a farm. He's not really telling me what kind of farm. He's not really telling me anything about the farm. So at least I want to have some money, so in case I have to put together something or rehab something at the farm, then that will be something that at least we have a little bit of money to. I'm also going to be selling this truck. This truck is going to be going to the auction, and yeah, I didn't get it new. I bought it used, but at the same time, I didn't put too many miles on it, and it didn't come with too many miles. So I'm hoping that that's going to be at least a good seller at the auction. I was going to trade it in, but then I was like, let's just throw everything down there at once, because I don't have the time to bring it to the auction, or I'm sorry, to the car dealership and trade it all in. And I'm wanting money, and I'm wanting it now, so I'm wanting it at the auction. And it's going to go with everything. I've got the baler down there at the auction. I've got, like I said, the trailer I am going to keep at the auction house, but Justin is going to buy it. I guess they're going to borrow it or something off Justin for, I don't know what he's talking about, but I will leave it there. And everything else, we have. So hopefully we get a little bit of money here. But here we are at Justin's house. We are going to park this truck up, and we'll park it up in front of the trailer, because like I said, we're going to grab the telehandler when we go down to the auction house later today. I just kept the telehandler up here. Let me turn this off. I kept the telehandler up here so that we could do this job. So it doesn't look like we have too many. There's 2 over there. Again, not very big of an area, but they figured since they were in town, they'd scoop up here and scoop up these bales. So I think it's probably going to be 7 or 8 of them is what it looks like, in case I missed one or something. But I think it's 7 bales that we've got over here. So we'll just leave them over here like they said. We just get into the telehandler now. And yeah, I'm going to miss driving this thing, that's for sure. This thing's fun to drive. It really is. Alright. Even though I don't know how to use it all that well. But yeah, we got to pick up these bales. And these bales would have came in handy had we had animals on the farm, which, like I said, that's probably going to be the biggest miss here for the UMRV for us personally, or for me personally, is that we never got the animals in the barn again, and that's unfortunate. I can at least look at it and say, you know what, though, without all of that corporate money and stuff, I think we would have been fine. And that's really my true opinion. But that is not what worked out. What worked out was my grandfather sold the farm. And, at first it was a real emotional thing for me, where I'm like, why are you doing that? I went from angry to sad to so many different things. But at the end of the day, I understand it. It's, from a business standpoint, a very good idea to do. He got $200,000 extra just because they were being a pain. That's how much money this company has, too, is that they can just throw a couple $100,000 at a situation to make it go away. And like I said, me and Justin, we would have been doing a good thing with the farm. I think we would have been able to, without any outside interference, and I realize that there is a lot, but without any outside interference, I think that we'd be able to do this. But just like we did this. Look at that. 2 at the same time. I wasn't going to say anything because I wasn't sure if it would work, but it did. I know that it does work. Let me not confuse that. It's just, do I know how to do it? And apparently I do. We'll just scoop this one up real quick. Yeah, and you know, the land up here, I don't know if we would have kept it grass. I would have probably told him that we needed to plant something down there, and he would have hated me for that. But there's 7 or 8 bales up here right now, so I mean that's better than nothing. That's for sure going to get us something, and we would have been able to in a real year, a full year over here at the farm, probably gotten 3 cuttings in, which would have been really good. Obviously 3 times the amount we got. And what we got a pretty good amount of money for what we got, and that was because there was a lot of bales there. But we're able to keep that money. My grandfather kept his word there that we were able to keep that. He just wants the money from the sale of the farm. He considers all the rest of it our work, and honestly that is what it is. So alright, now we got to go over here and grab these 2. Just wanted to make sure that everything was covered on the other side, and it is. So we can grab both of these at the same time. Of course, this one's going to be a little difficult because it's on its side, or not on its side, I guess. I don't know. It depends on how you look at it. I guess it's sitting there, but it doesn't matter either way because I completely missed it, which I got to regrip this because it was too high. Let me go a little lower here. It's a work in progress over here at the farm. Okay, this is not a forklift, and that's what I'm used to over at Peterson's. The warehouse that I came from, the warehouse that went out of business and made me a farmer, and now here we are in the middle of a field in a state I did not grow up in, or really outside of my grandfather. I have no connection here. And we are done. We've got all of that. Well, it was easy for me to say. And of course that one has to just be a little difficult. Let me see if I can. Nope. You know what? Whatever. It's going to sit right there, and that's kind of just telling me leave it alone. And I think that's what they're expecting, honestly. I half think that that's why the trailer isn't here. I'm half joking, by the way. But let me get out here, and I'm going to hook this trailer up to the truck. And obviously we're going to load up the telehandler and get all of that going. Alright, now the trailer hooked up to the truck, so let's go over to the telehandler and we will load all of this up. I've got the trailer fixed. This trailer is very iffy. Sometimes the back doesn't work and sometimes it does. It decides on what day it wants to cooperate with us, and I know I have some people in my life like that, but we're not, just in case they're watching, we're not going to go into names. Now, I don't know how I'm going to load this. Maybe I'll put the forks in front of the trailer, that way it stays on. That's what we'll do. Maybe that, yeah, that's what we'll do. We're going to put that here. I don't know if this is the right way. I figure as long as it's strapped down, we can't really go wrong. I wish that was a little further back, but again, we don't really have that much room. I think that's probably going to work out. So let's just strap this down, and we'll get in the truck, and we will hope that that trailer cooperates again. That's why I didn't turn the truck off, to be honest with you. Let's see here. I think we're good. Alright, sorry Justin, driving on the yard, but I'm not backing this thing up. I'll be honest with you. This is ridiculous. But, you know, it's enough that I gotta go down this hill, because this hill is steep either when you go down it or when you go up. It's got trees in the middle of it. It is a wreck. Okay, hopefully not a wreck, but it's a mess. Let's just say that. I'm not going to use the word wreck when I'm driving again. No, that's not probably a good idea. But yes, we're headed to the auction. We are going to drop off the telehandler, and we're going to take it off of the trailer. I guess you're not supposed to drive it too far. I mean, obviously, I don't have any idea what I'm doing. Honestly, maybe if they watch this video, that would be confirmed. But I'm just going to drop off the telehandler, literally. and then we're going to park up the truck, and then we're going to have to wait at the auction for a while because the auction is going to be pretty busy, and I know that we have got a lot of things that have got to be bid on. So I think we have to wait down there. I know Justin's going to be down there, so I'll see what he's up to and see the official rules or whatever, but I know that it's going to be a day. He told me to pack a lunch, I think figuratively, but I should have literally packed a lunch because I think that it's going to be a little bit of a wait. But I'm going to pick this up when we get closer to the auction, and yeah, let's hope that we get big money today. All right, now pulling into the auction and looking a little busy over here. I'm going to be honest. There's our buddies there. The yellow truck. And yeah, it is swamped. So we're going to come over here. This is where we drop off all the equipment over here at Manning Transportation, which also acts as the auction house here in Prairie du Chien, which is where we are, across the river from McGregor, which is where we used to live. And now that you've got your geography information, now we're going to unstrap this, and we are going to get it. Go. And now we are going to get it off of the trailer. Well, maybe we're not. Oh, we forgot. Did we forget one? No, we forgot that was there. You know, you wonder why this trailer is broken. There are so many pieces of video evidence from just this show here that would tell you why the trailer is broke. But either way, we've got it off. I can't drive it too far, and honestly, I haven't really done much to say that I am competent at doing that if they were watching out here, which I'm sure they weren't. But let's pull this truck over to kind of near the entrance, I think is where I saw a little bit of room, because this is good news for us. This is a busy auction house today, and I'm hoping that they want the things that I have brought here to sell, obviously, but it almost seems like we're not going the right way because everybody's parked this way, but there is no other way to go, and I don't see anybody coming, so we'll park over on the other side where this truck is. We'll do it the wrong way. So we'll drive the wrong way, and then we will park the wrong way after unloading the telehandler. We're a mess. We are a mess. That's what I need to say is I'm definitely turning heads here for the wrong reason. But either way, we got to go in here and register all of our stuff. I think Justin's in here. So I'm going to walk in here and see what's going on.
Alright, Herd. Looks like everything's listed. Now, we can either sit here and wait for everything to be listed, or they can contact you once everything is sold, and then you can come grab your check.
Alright, well, I've had enough for the day, and honestly, my anxiety, I can't really take watching my stuff get sold to the highest bidder, so. But there is a little issue I got.
Oh, alright, well, what's that?
Well, my grandfather's truck's back up at the farm, and that's my way out of here. And, well, I guess, do you mind taking me to go grab the truck?
Not at all, Herd. You know that. Get on in.
So you said the last time that we were talking that you're going to transport work for AgMax?
Well, hopefully not, but with this area and how it's going, what else is there to do? What other work is there to transport? It's like working for one of those two online retail giants, you know? Sooner or later, there's only going to be one or two to work for.
Now, I get that. And you got to keep the lights on. And trust me, I get it. But I was just going to tell you, find other options. Because it's easy to go back there. But
trust me, I saw your ears perk up when I said that last time. And trust me, Herd, that's not the goal. That's the last thing I want. Believe me. But they fired me, remember. But I want nothing to do with them. But again, my heart's kind of stuck here in the UMRV, and there are bills to pay.
Well, whatever it is you end up doing, Justin, I wish you luck, man.
Herd, I'm not going back. I'm not going to ask them for a job. I want them to fail, and if I can find some other work in the other towns around here, then I'm going to do that. There's a few other warehouses in the next town up. I could probably get a driving job with them. Oh, did I tell you? I heard from Sam.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's doing good down there. Said he has a place a couple blocks from the beach. Said he misses farming, but man, Heard, you tell me. Could you miss farming when you're sitting at the beach?
Valid point.
So what are the plans for you now? Jumping out of town, heading to your grandfather's?
Yeah, from what I know, I mean, that's where I'm headed right now. I'm just going to drive as far as I can and then probably get a hotel somewhere. And then, yeah, I don't know. I could stay here tonight, but it just doesn't feel right? It feels like somebody used to live here. And yes, I know that somebody was me, but it just doesn't feel like a home anymore. It just feels empty.
I still can't believe you're going to drive that truck that whole way.
I know. It's a lot of miles, too, especially for that thing. But I figured I'd rather keep it and buy everything I need to fix it up again than to lose it. I mean, I can't get that exact one again. It's kind of a sentimental thing, so it's the only thing I'm bringing from the farm.
I get it, man. I get it. It's got to be hard. Your grandfather doing okay with everything?
So far, I guess. I mean, I guess I'll know more when I get down there. I'm sure he's going to talk about it, but...
I'm sure. Well, Heard, here we are. The farm for the final time.
Yeah.
Heard, you did good. You know, could we have done this here? Sure. Maybe for a few years, but remind yourself along the way that you sold at the right time. Your grandfather got more money out of it. You yourself did a good job farming.
Thanks, Justin. It was awesome getting to know you, and I appreciate all of your help this whole time.
Likewise, Heard. Don't be a stranger.
I won't, and you either. I'll talk to you soon, man. Alright, so that is everything. I just got everything out of the house, and now just gonna walk around the farm one last time because there's a lot of memories here. There's a lot of memories in this when my grandfather had cows in here, and I want to take a look in here just one last time, just look around. It's just so empty. So empty. This would have been great. You know, that's what I'm looking at around here is just the lost potential that we could have done. And hopefully in the next farm that we have, we're able to at least get some animals. I'm feeling, oh, there's a deer. I'm feeling a little bit more comfortable with my abilities to have animals on the farm. When I first got here, it was a little much. We were out here in this field right here and just trying to figure out how to get hay. And now that we've mastered that, I think that we can figure out how to keep animals alive. But great size field. I had a lot of fun out here this summer, just learning and fouling and just, you know, farming. That's what it was. I'm very happy about that. Now, I did sell the chickens. I ended up selling the chickens in between the last 2 episodes that I had. And it sold them to a neighbor, actually, a lady down the street who has a small flock, and she was willing to take them in. They're eggers, so she'll get a lot of eggs from them. I had 20 chickens, so that was where they were, right there. Again, this just all looks, man, very dead, very dead. And I'm sure that they're going to destroy this whole place. I mean, I don't know. Maybe the buildings will stay, but I'm sure that chicken coop's going to be coming down. I'm really interested to see what they do. Maybe I won't even check in to see what they do, because it'll be too much. It's going to be different. It's going to be not what we're doing. Now, we're giving them those hay bales to keep here. They are going to buy them from us, so that's just a little bit more money that we didn't have to do. I wish I would have known that because, you know, we wouldn't have had to do anything. But then again, it was good that we helped the farmers out because those are the private farmers from the other town. And, man, it's only a matter of time before AgMax comes over into that other town. And I really want to be wrong. But either way, I'm going to go clean out some of this stuff and I'll pick it up when I'm done. Last thing I have to do. Alright, well, everything cleaned out of the office and everything is all good to go. Now we just have one thing left to do, and that is to drive the truck out of here. And this will be the last time that I'm on this property, which is pretty sad. I remember taking this turn a lot, and yeah, I'm being a little sentimental because it's tough. It's not fun to leave this property, but we do what we gotta do. We made some money. That was the end of the day, the goal. My grandfather made some money. That was the goal. Now we just lock up the gate.